Alright, Victorum Gaming fans and Star Wars Armada fans, we are back. It's been a while since we had something for Armada, but today we're going to unbox the Phoenix Home for you guys. We just picked that up to add a little bit of something to our Rebel fleet, so we'll be right back after we get this unboxed for you. Alright, everybody, we're back. We got everything open up here. So again, this is the Phoenix Home, so we get our usual component list packaging here with a little bit of a description of what the ship is, of course, and at the time, obviously this ship's been out for a while, so at the time introducing that new fleet command upgrade icon, but obviously that's kind of old news now. We got our usual cardboard goodness here, so the various dials, tokens and everything, and then the two ships, which again we'll look at in a little bit more detail when we look at the actual ship cards. But basically we get a assault ship and then a modified command ship, if I'm not mistaken. Speaking of dials and stuff, the base, the dials there, the ship itself, which again is gorgeous, so bring that up nice and close for you guys. So really cool stuff there, kind of from the front end. And of course the back with the engine, or engines rather. So really cool stuff there. Nice little ship. Not too big or anything. So of course it's no Star Destroyer or anything large like that. We get our deck, or not deck, but pack of cards and upgrade cards, and then our stat cards, which we'll take a look at first. So on the cheap end, we have the modified Pelta class assault ship. So 5 hull, anti squadron is blue and a black, 214 on the command squad engineering versus 234 when we get to the command ship, so we'll cover that in a second. And then our usual upgrade icons: evade, redirect, and brace. And it's not a fast ship. Both versions only go up to speed 2, but we do get 2 maneuver abilities, or 2 clicks on 1 and 1 each on 2, and for 56 points. And on the guns here, the assault ship's a little bit more of a close range brawler, if we can consider a small ship like this really a brawler. It's not going to last long, but 3 shields on the front, 2 on the sides, 1 on the back, and this one's all red-black here, so 2 and 2 on the front and 1 each on the side. Excuse me, and then double red on the back there. So not bad overall, and decent enough shield protection. So you can at least take a little bit of a hit there. And then we got our upgrade icons on the bottom there, and you can see that they do slightly change a little bit from the assault ship to the command ship there. Really, so we go from having access to missiles to not having missiles, basically, when we get to the command ship. And for 4 more points, we would upgrade to the command ship. So some interesting changes here. So again, you get 2 more squadron points, which is pretty cool. Your anti-squadron, ironically, goes down to just a blue. And then your armament swaps up a little bit. So basically all the black dice are replaced with blue dice. So you do have a little bit more ranged ability, a little bit longer ranged, but again, it just depends on, I guess, what you're trying to build with it. So, but that's a quick rundown of both versions there. And then on to the actual cards that we get. So we get Commander Sato. So let me focus this here for you guys. So while a friendly ship is attacking a ship at distance 1 of a friendly squadron, before rolling attack dice, the attacker may replace up to 2 dice in its attack pool with an equal number of dice of any color or colors. So pretty interesting stuff there. And basically just an upgrade on our squadrons. Major Durlin's kind of neat. On Sato, of course, 32 points as our admiral. Major Durlin here: before you suffer damage from an attack, you may exhaust this card to reduce the total damage by 1. So that's actually pretty cool, and especially with the rebel ships, just again in general, having fewer hull across the board than their Imperials, that could be a good thing. So that being said, of course, you probably don't want to put them on too light of a ship either. Sometimes you're just going to be taking so much damage you might be getting one-shotted regardless, so reducing it by 1 may not be that big of a deal. And then Ahsoka, only 2 points here. During the activation of a friendly ship at distance 1 through 5, you may exhaust this card to discard 1 command token from that ship. If you do, that ship may gain a command token of any type. So pretty neat ability there for just 2 points, being able to swap out things at the right times. Rapid launch bays is a good one. Before deploying fleets, you may set aside a number of squadrons, basically up to your squadron value on your ship card. And this again would be on the command version, so you could have set up 3 squadrons separately. And then for the squadron token, basically for each squadron you would activate with this command, you may instead place one of your set aside squadrons within distance 1, and it can't move this activation. So I should say token or dial, as it seems like. So pretty cool stuff there. So basically getting your, being able to hold a certain amount of fighters or squadrons until a little bit later in the battle, and then depending on where you can deploy and stuff like that, some missions let you deploy in some crazy places. So basically just getting some things further up the board within striking distance the turn after that. So pretty neat stuff. And just because they can't move that activation doesn't mean that they are prevented from shooting. So keep that in mind. At least that is, I think, the correct interpretation of that. If somebody knows otherwise, correct me in the comments, of course. Then we get Fighter Coordination Team. After you execute a maneuver, you may select a number of unengaged friendly squadrons up to your squadron value at close to medium range, and they get to move distance 1. So pretty cool overall, just to get some extra move out of some of your slower ships like B-Wings and Y-Wings, which could really use it. Flechette Torpedoes. While attacking a squadron, you may spend a black die with the crit icon to toggle its activation slider to the activated side. So seems like a little bit more situational, but could be kind of cool at the right time too, especially preventing some of their better things from activating. Phoenix Home itself, so onto the titles. You gain an additional officer, I believe that is, in your icon bar or upgrade bar. You can be assigned up to 4 command tokens instead of a number of command tokens equal to your command value. So pretty cool, actually. Command on both versions here is just 2. So this basically, if I, again, read that correctly, bumps that up to 4, and all for 3 points. Seems like a good deal. Then we get some nasty things here too. Entrapment formation. At the start of the ship phase, you may discard this card to spend a maneuver token. If you do, until the end of the round, each friendly ship may change its speed by 1 during its determined course step. So pretty cool ability to, again, get some more mobility out of your fleet, especially if you didn't have that planned. All fighters follow me. At the start of the ship phase, you may discard this card or spend a squadron token. If you do, until the end of the round, the speed of each squadron that a friendly ship activates is increased by 1 to a max of 5 until the end of the activation. So again, pretty cool stuff and ways to get some of these slower rebel things moving a little bit faster to engage, or even some of the faster things just a little bit faster on top of that. So, bumping the speed of an X-Wing up, for example, would be nice, or even E-Wings. But again, just taking like a B-Wing from, I think, speed 2, right, to speed 3 can certainly at least help them get across the board if you're running stuff like that. So overall, really cool ability. And again, if you're building more around a fighter's list, or squadron list, I should say. Shields to max, 6 points. At the start of the ship phase, you may discard this card or spend a engineering token. If you do, until the end of the round, before a friendly ship reveals a command, it may recover a shield. So pretty cool ability, but don't know if that's getting too much competitive play right now. But overall, really cool little utility ship. And again, it's not really designed to get into combats and brawl all that much, although it certainly can defend itself, and it's not helpless. But if something like a Star Destroyer really points its attention to it, it's not going to last long either. So only 5 hull. So and those shields aren't necessarily going to last you long, even with rearranging shields and stuff like that. So, but overall, nice little ship to pick up, and certainly something we're going to be eager to try out in our Rebel fleet next time we get a battle report for you guys. So we'll be right back, and we're just going to basically get the ship assembled so you guys can kind of see what it looks like with all the dials, and it's a card on there as well. So we'll be right back.